Time for any questions?
Well,
do a little demonstration. Any questions you guys have?
You're welcome to. Do you have any questions to start? No? Okay.
Have you guys pulled a lift gate before?
No, I never have.
I have.
They have, he has, have you done lift gate before? No? Okay, he hasn't and he hasn't.
Okay. All right, good. Yeah. Okay. We'll go right from the beginning, you know, how to operate it. And oh yeah, that's cool. Please stop me if you think of a question as we're going. Please stop me right away, and we'll take care of it right there. Okay. So we'll just go back here. So some of the lift gates are actually powered down on demand, which means the motors will turn on and push it down. And some of them are just gravity down. There's a new one over there that's just gravity down, so the motors won't turn on. You won't hear the motors running when you go down. This one you can have it push, or you can just have it go down by gravity. So there's 3 switches here, and it's the power down. So you can, with it, I'll raise it up. Here the motors will always run when you're going up. So then when you're going down, right now the motors are running, you can actually flip that switch off and that'll just go down by gravity. It won't run your motors. One of the key advantages to that is it'll help save your batteries because you're not running the motors as much. But it's fine to run it power down all the time. It does go faster. So most drivers prefer that it operates. So we'll start. When you're doing your walk around inspection before you leave, make sure that you open it, close it, raise it all the way up, and lower it all the way, just to check it and make sure that everything is working before you leave. Because the last thing you want to do, I've had guys that told me that they didn't run the gate before they left. They came in, hooked up, walked around, and left, and they drove 200 miles, and then they got to their first stop, and the gate wasn't working. So it's always important to run it all the functions of it before you leave, to make sure that it's working when you leave. When you're unloading, loading or unloading, there's these latches right here. You need to make sure that those are clicked in whenever you're loading and unloading and raising the load up and down. One on both sides. So those are a little harder to get in. There's also instructions right here on how to use them, if you're not sure. And again, you can just kick them.
And could you kind of go over like why that's super important?
Sure. So the key is with those. If you happen to have a load all the way out on the end of the platform out here, there's a possibility that the platform could fold up and it'll actually dump it off. So this is very, very important that you're always using these whenever you're loading or unloading. You have to have these. Again, the instructions are on each of the arms on either side. So you
and likewise, whenever you're done, you always want to kick them out so you can fold it.
Yes. If you have them locked, it won't fold up. I can show you that too. And then the ramps are kick latches that I can't do very well with these shoes on. So you kick those with your feet. Raise it up here. So there's a cart stop position. So that's obviously it's a cart stop. So you don't have to worry about your stuff rolling off of it. So whenever you're lowering, like before you have it raised all the way up, and you go into the trailer to bring your load out, make sure you have this up so it doesn't keep going and just roll off the end of the trailer. Then when you're ready to go to the ramp, stand over top of it, lift it up, and then lay it down. And now it's it's a ramp. The same thing with these.
Yes.
Grab the strap here. It's the same thing. That's also a cart stop. And the same thing here. Lift up on it. Down. That'd be more for your curbside deliveries if you're pulling alongside the curb. Just use that as your bridge to get over on the sidewalk. Does that make sense? Obviously the other one is the same as this one. And then when you fold it up, just make sure that you do the sides first and then put the end one on top. It makes it easier to latch it if you stand on the ramp and kick it. Just make sure that that goes over like that. Any questions? Okay. So then, obviously then, you can lay everything out and then you can raise up and down as you need to unload. So now I'm all done at my stop here, so I'm gonna leave and go to my next stop. So make sure that these are unlatched here. Those are loose on both sides. My ramp is locked. Raise it up. There's a line here. Basically this sticker needs to be up inside here before you fold it.
Just a little feedback. The first time I ever tried it, I wasn't aware of that part. I didn't raise it high enough, so when I went to extend it, all of a sudden it's literally stuck. And for a minute there, I'm like, oh, I hope I didn't break it.
Yeah.
Like that TCI right now. No, you gotta raise it to that minimum level. Right. Whether retracting or extending.
Right. Yep. Whenever you're opening and closing it, you should not be able to see this sticker. So raise it up. So we're going to our next stop. So you close all the way, and then you raise it all the way up until it stops, and even hold it for an extra second. You hear how I held it after it hit? After it hit, I still held it for just an extra brief second. We just want to make sure that that the pressure is on it and it stays really tight. Sometimes when you get to your next stop, your chains will be flipped over like that. So when I get to my next stop, I'll lower it down. And open it. It's stuck. What happens sometimes when you're bouncing down the road and then the wind behind your truck, these chains get caught in behind here. So if it does that, just stay away from it. Close it back up all the way. And then see these chains are in here. These chains should be over here on this side. You see that?
Has anyone experienced that before?
Yeah.
Yep. So your chains should be right here all the time. So what I do, what you should tell guys is, you're getting out of your truck, and you're walking around here anyway to go to your switches. So as you're walking around the back at your stop, just walking around, you just check them out on your way by and make sure that they're in the right spot. So it doesn't really take you any extra time because you're walking around the truck anyway. Now, you can lower it down. Now this one, for some reason, this chain got back this way. That one's okay, but this one's not. Same thing. I don't know why it does that sometimes, but it's fine. that's how your chain should be sitting. And it opens. And then make sure that you lock these again, and then use it up and down as you need to. Unlock it, raise it up, back up. Also, all the instructions are on the side here too. So if you forget something or aren't sure about something, all the instructions are right here. It's also very important. I'm sorry, go ahead. Yeah. Oh, you mean just this part? No, it's heavy. It's heavy enough. It just stays down. Yeah. No, to hold it up, there's no lock or anything. No, it doesn't need a lock. Whatever.
Once it goes up, I think it taints it too.
No, it does not go in here.
No?
Don't put it in here. No. All the way in.
You understand? You know what I mean, right?
All the way in and all the way up. And leave it that way. Yeah.
Okay.
You said because it's heavy, so it won't bounce.
It won't bounce. Yeah, it won't bounce around because it's heavy. Yep. And if you would even, if one of the hoses would blow while you're driving down the road, what'll happen is, like the one that blew, that side will drop down, the other side will stay, and it'll actually get stuck. So it's not like it'll drop all the way to the ground. And even if it does, and I'll show you this too. So now, if you need to back into a dock, I don't know if you guys ever back into the dock or not. You go all the way in, just like you were driving down the road. You lower it all the way down, and there's hooks I'll show you. So if you look here, here, see those hooks? These big hooks? If you look down in here, these hooks are in pockets. So if you are backed into a dock, that's where you need to. That's how you need to be to back in the dock. Then they can put the dock plate on the trailer and get you loaded or unloaded or whatever. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah, these big ones, see down here. I'll raise it up.
That way.
Here, there's a hook here, and it drops into that pocket. Did you see that? Hook right there, and it drops into that pocket. See it? So you have to make sure that when you're backed into a dock, that those are all the way down and hooked in. Like that. And now it's stuck. Yep. So even if you try, it won't open. See, it won't open, it won't close, it won't do anything. So all you can do is go up. Does that make sense? Open it one more time. Notice that too, to save a little time, you can do both of them at once. When it's opening, you can go ahead and start lowering it down. So it just saves you a little bit of time. All drivers want to know how to do it, how to do all the tricks to be a little faster. You also, if you're on the lift gate too, there's a control switch here as well. So you can run it. All you can do is go up or down here. And this also has the power down on demand. So like I was talking about, that you can do gravity down, not run the motors. Switch that to off. Switch it back on, and then the motors turn back on. When you're in the stored position, you're driving down the road, it needs to be all the way closed and all the way up. And keep the pressure against it. All the way closed and all the way up. On your walk around, we'll kind of go over some of your walk around. You know, I said make sure you open and close it, run all the way up and all the way down first. When you're doing that too, just check check your chains and check all the bolts and hardware and stuff, and just make sure that everything's in place. So you have these U-bolts here that are holding the chains. These chains and U-bolts are very, very important. They hold the platform up. So if damaged up here, any of this stuff, or any of this stuff, if it's damaged, it needs to be attacked, and it needs to be repaired. You need to talk to your supervisor, okay? It's very important that that stuff's in good condition so it doesn't potentially break on you when you put, especially if you put like a pallet of water out here or something, you know, something that's really heavy. Yeah. Same thing on both sides. All that same stuff is here too. These things, I talked to Target about these. They can actually, they don't even need them. So if for some reason it's causing you problems, you can cut them off. It's not going to hurt anything to take off because these are, they don't hold up real well. On your walk around too, obviously you're going to check your lights and make sure all your lights are working. There's also a dome light up top that's tied in with your interior lights. So to turn the lights on inside the trailer, you'll also turn that light on. On your walk around, just be kind of look everything over. Just like, you know, just like when you did your CDL test, you know, and like you do when you do your walk arounds. Check for oil leaks, check for things that look broken, bent, anything like that. Your hydraulic, your hose connections are up top. There's 2 hoses up there on each cylinder. Over there and over here. Just check to see if you see any oil or like, even like that one has a little bit of dirt collecting on it. It doesn't look like it's a bad leak or anything, but just something to be aware of. So then I kind of make a note about it, and then I pull this trailer a week from now, and then that oily, dirty area is a lot bigger, then we definitely have a leak up there. It'd be something, maybe you may not need to red tag it, but you definitely need to let your supervisor know. Check your wires. You have wires here. There's also a hose here. The hose and wire both go in this chain here. Make sure that this chain is in good condition and not broken or anything like that. I'm going to raise it up and you can kind of see it just walks up. It walks up the track. See? Just make sure it should walk up there nice and smooth, just like that. And that's something you can keep an eye on when you're loading and unloading too. If this chain is damaged, it'll actually it'll chew up that hose and or the switch wire, so it'll make it not work. And you'll have a service call. So definitely make sure that you're aware of that. If there's anything wrong with it. Sometimes I've seen where like a forklift driver, somebody will accidentally hit this, bend it, and can cause damage too. So just keep an eye on that as you're throughout your day.
So I'm gonna have the guys do a little try it on their own, or
yeah. You guys want to try it? Go ahead. Whoever wants to, go for it. Okay, so this time it'll be like you just finished your stop. You finish your stop and you're getting ready to get back in the truck. So. Yep, perfect. Yep.
That's good,
Take
huh?
your truck and always drive the speed limit, right?